Hello, hello, hello. It's Lisa Asbell, and it has been a minute. Oh my goodness, it's my birthday week, and hey, thank you for stopping over at YouTube, and thank you for the follow and the subscribe and the like, and I love to read your comments. So, my name is Lisa Asbell. I am a nurse, I am a coach, I am a lover and cheerleader of people. And I am so glad you have stopped by today. Please hit subscribe because I do pull some things from the vault and I also create new Lisa lessons. So, welcome to today's Lisa lesson. And today it is about change. You guys that have been with me a long time, since I lost 100 pounds, and every day that I step on the scale and I am 99 pounds down, 101 pounds down, it is a happier day than I could have ever imagined. I have built a life of health and happiness over the past 6 years that I have known you, many of you. Some of you guys might be brand new, but many of you guys have seen me take a big step back from social media over the past few years because it was not a career that I wanted. And it found me, and it was beautiful, and so many beautiful, wonderful relationships started. I feel like I'm one of the original influencers, that was talking about weight loss and showing before and after pictures. And wow, what a wonderful journey it's been. So thank you for letting me reflect. And so many of you all made that possible, right? So many of you have attributed to that and contributed to that and shared your personal stories with me. And you still do. I got a lovely story just yesterday of a wonderful woman who has known me for many years and followed me into my health journey, my well journey, as we call it, and, lost 80 pounds and just radically changed her life. And she says, there's not a day in my life that I'm not thankful for all the things we've learned together. And so, it just made me reflect on my journey and change. I've experienced a lot of change in my life in 2025. It, in many ways, is overwhelming, but at the same time, it was growth that I had wanted. I am a big, words girl, and every year I take a couple of words and I let those words resonate in my heart and soul. And this year, it was growth and beauty. And I have had some overwhelming challenges, and that has produced so much wonderful growth. And I want to talk to you a little bit today about change and growth and challenges. And I know how hard it is. But let me tell you, change happens again and again and again. And hey, thank you for being here. Please hit the like. Please leave me a comment. If you want me to keep doing brand new audios, show me the love. I love you all so much. But let's be honest. I'm going to talk today about change, just a little heart to heart, because change is not easy. And over and over and over, the thousands and thousands of women I've coached, they have all said, I was so good at this, I was so good at that, I was so great at that. And it's because many of those things were easy to them. Many of those things, they had a mindset of, I found it very easy, honestly, to adapt and build a business on social media. I found it very easy to come on camera and share my heart with you and my story with you. That was easy for me. But there are things that I want in life that are harder, that I have to really push myself for. Weight loss, not overeating, pushing back from some of the social events, altering my lifestyle so that I wasn't constantly faced with fried chicken and mac and cheese and all those foods that I knew would derail my health and make me old before my time. This is a Lisa lesson Those things were easy for me. But when it came to the social media things, growing a business, networking, coming on talking to you, but when it came to actual things that I really wanted to do, the biggest, most incredible desires of my life, I would quit again and again and again. And 6 years ago, a life of events at 53 years old, I learned how to change. I have been teaching change for 5 years. You've seen me be in a constant flux of change from any kind of issue you want to name. Sickness, death, marital issues, family issues. Oh gosh, I could go on and on. And I know I've watched many of you go through some of those similar things over 6 years. Some of you through just the most dreadful seasons of your life. I've got a few seasons, audios on seasons coming on Well Wednesdays, okay? Make sure you check out those other audios on seasons. You'll enjoy that series right here on YouTube. But I just needed to figure out how change works in order to persevere to get to what I really wanted. I really wanted to be lean. I really wanted to be an athlete again. I really wanted to coach again. I had not checked those boxes. I hadn't checked the boxes of getting to be an athlete again. I did it. I joined a softball team at 55 years old. I checked the box of being on TV and modeling and being a spokesperson. All of those were things like in my bucket list that I wanted to do, and I checked the box on those things. But when it came to the very hard things, like the daily mundane, you've heard me talk about this over and over again, doing the crap that no one wants to do, but doing it over and over again, getting a little bit better every single day, that is how change happens. And sometimes the most powerful thing we can do, because we've gotten way off center, for many of you guys, following Weight Watchers to a T was a center. For many of you that I've worked with for years, daily journaling, your long walks, your not caring about what other people think, your decision to live intentionally and journal and write out and plan your life, not just letting life come. All of those things are your center. They are how you bring yourself back to center, so that you can go, wow, I was getting sucked in a vortex of old behavior. I know, me too. Me too. When life smacks you, it takes you off path, and then you forget you are an agent of change. You were on a direction. You had a way you were going. You had a path you were headed before the rug got pulled out from under you. And today, just in the next few minutes, I want to talk about a reset, a return to center, a return to what was that intentional living? What were my goals again? What were my weight loss goals? What were my marriage goals? What were my financial goals? What were my spiritual goals? What were my career goals? What were my retirement goals? What were my family goals? What was my passion? For my marriage, or my passion for finding a new purpose, finding a new why, pushing myself to the next level. If it is easy, you're not going to have the level of change to reach the highest dreams you've ever set for yourself. That will not be easy. It wasn't easy to lose 130 pounds 6 years ago, and it certainly has not been easy to keep it off. It was not easy to walk away from a successful career. Even though I didn't like my current job, maybe, it wasn't easy to give a successful career away and step into the unknown of coaching and inspiring and helping people discover the next best version of themselves. I did those things because change happens every day, the little tiny things you do. And if you have something again that you want to change, if you want to redirect and reset, you've got to come back to the center that started it all for you. And whatever that center was, if this is your brain is immediately going, my brain doesn't go to weight loss anymore, but if your brain, amen, hallelujah, but if your brain immediately goes to weight loss and the weight you've gained, what was your center? Was it Weight Watchers? Was it listening to positive motivation every day? Was it biking? What was your center? If you don't know what your center is, let me give you a few of mine. First and foremost, it is listening to serious, kick-ass, kick-butt motivation. I mean, I don't curse a lot, but it's really listening to something that will elevate me to the next level. And I don't care if it's you might like music. I like motivational YouTube videos. I love, videos by Jordan Peterson or Mel Robbins, Ed Milet, Tony Robbins. I mean, it could go on YouTube. Les Brown, Brian Tracy, Jim Rohn. I mean, there's some great stuff out there. And it helps me get centered for being motivated. I could be lazy. I could be depressed. I could lay in bed. So for me, listening to something to get me back on path. Biking, journaling, my daily walks, meditation, prayer, all of those things help me recenter. That's my formula. That's my oxygen. And nothing has changed. In the 6 years we've met, those things are the same. They remain constant in my life. And sometimes when I get overwhelmed, I have to bring myself back, just like these things. Sit down with your journal and write who you want to be. Visualize that person. My birthday's around the corner. And I think, of course, when I was 40, I thought about, the 40s. When you turn 30, you go, 30. Well, when you're turning 59, you go, 59, unless you flip the switch. It does not matter what of your dreams at your age haven't come true. If you're 75, if you're 35, if you're 22, none of that matters. I guarantee you, take an inventory of how many things you've been successful at. Take a decade inventory of what did I do in my 20s that are great, that helped people, moved people, that I learned, that I enjoyed. What did I do in my 30s that I learned, that I helped people, that I enjoyed, that I grew? What did I do in my 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s? What did I do? You've already achieved a lot. You're still here. You're still in the game. So maybe this little YouTube audio, maybe this new little bit of juice will help you redirect. Don't think about yesterday. Don't think about the past. If you're focused on the scale, don't think about it. If you're focused on mistakes you've made in your marriage, don't think about it. If you're focused on, I had all these big goals and dreams and I wanted to live intentionally and take charge of my life and I've just dropped the ball, it doesn't matter. Claim new goals. Build a future that lights you up in this season. In this season. What lit you up 2 seasons ago might not do it for you anymore. At one time, being on the cover of a magazine lit my fire. It don't light my fire anymore. I don't care about that. It's a new season. So claim new goals. In a new season. Check out the seasons, the other YouTube audios. This is the change we all need. And this does not happen once. It happens again and again and again and again, and you get up every day and you grab your journal if that's your center, and you get up every day and you hop on the bike and you put in your earplugs and you visualize that next version of yourself. And you get up every day and you pray and you meditate and you see yourself in the Word, or you see yourself in a new role, you see yourself in a life of beauty and ease, and not running from one meeting to the next, or one activity to the next, without time to center yourself and do the things that matter, that keep you centered. Not what keeps your boss centered, not what keeps your husband centered, not what keeps your children centered, okay? What keeps you centered, not what keeps your best friend centered, not what he's doing or she's doing or they're doing. What keeps you centered, my well friend? I told you today some of the things that keep me centered. I hope you'll comment today, and I hope you'll keep coming back over and over. There's dozens and dozens of other audios there, videos too. Check them out. Nothing has changed. We're still in the game. Hope you enjoyed this Lisa lesson. I'll see you on the next one.